You know, it looked like two different teams, like you were saying, the first time you played Kansas and the second time. I mean, can you just evaluate that performance as you go
Yeah,
forward?
it's exactly what I said. I told you guys that we were so much better. Like when I watched the film from our Iowa State game and then immediately started watching film from Kansas round 2, I was like, we're just so much better. We just play harder. We move the ball better. We're more disciplined with our shot selection. And so it was. I knew that, and I'm pretty sure the players knew that as well. But it really was great to get that win as a validation that we may or may not need it. You know, I just really want to focus on the process but still, it is nice to receive that external validation.
Erin exploded in the second half. Can you kind of, you know, she like you said, she kind of dropped off for a while and now seems to be coming back up. Can you tell me about the work that's gone into that? And I know how much you love the bigs.
Yeah, I love the bigs. Erin is really good, and sometimes that's a bad thing because you feel like you don't have to work as hard as maybe someone with less talent, and she's extremely talented. So Erin didn't play very hard against Iowa State, and I also didn't like her attitude when I took her out of the game. So we had some really good individuals. We watched film, and we had a really nice talk. And so what I told her is that because these are the things that we value, attitude, energy, and effort, and you weren't, you know, you living up to that standard, so you've moved down in the rotation. Ayanna McKenzie earned that opportunity to get in ahead of Erin, and I said, Erin, you're going to get a chance, and I don't know when that chance is going to come, but what you do with it is totally up to you. You can grow your minutes or else it can end right then and there. So we put her in, I think, right before the half ended, and immediately, I think she gets an offensive rebound, putback, score. So at halftime, she comes up to me and she says, "How was that?" And I said, "It was great. Now do it again so we know it's real." And so I'm really proud of how she responded. And that's all you can ask. That's all I can ask for. If we have an issue with you, and I'm going to tell you what the issue is, and it's up to you to correct it. And you can or you can choose not to. Attitude is a decision. And she chose to go out and correct it, and she played really well, and we needed every single one of her points. And what I'm hoping is that she'll just continue to carry over. But she hasn't arrived by any means. We're not there yet. We had another great individual this morning. So, you know, I just hope that she just continues to respond.
The team was plus 14 in rebounds at Kansas. Is that the starting point against Texas? You know, taking away their opportunities.
Well, that's us. I mean, that's Lady Raider basketball, and I think we talked about this. I think at the first press conference, we look at the things that we already do well. And one of those things that we've done well all year is rebound. We have 3 of the best rebounding post players in the conference. And so we already do those things well. And so we said we're just going to sell out for rebounds. That's going to be a way that we can get more points. And so I feel like we've been rebounding pretty well. And so that's been our game plan every game.
I guess how would you describe the team's morale right now? So kind of a newfound confidence, so to speak.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm really happy that we won. I really am. But I didn't need the win for the validation. I know that we're getting better. I know that these kids are growing. I know that they're enjoying coming in a lot more now than they were before. But they needed it. And it was fun. It was awesome. And until I saw Taylor's video on social media, I didn't know what their reaction was. I mean, they dumped water all over me. I knew they were excited, but to actually see their reaction when they ran off the court and to see Bree in front of her teammates and see them pounding on the board and they wrote process on the board. Like, I didn't know all that stuff happened until I watched the video afterwards. That was pretty cool. So it was like 18 days to that point. Everything happened, 18 days, and then we play Kansas and we beat Kansas. So it's like 18 days to a lifetime memory. Like, we beat Kansas. We didn't win the Big 12 championship. We beat Kansas. Let's keep this in perspective. But that's something that those guys are going to remember for the rest of their life. I guarantee you that. They're going to remember how they felt in that locker room. 18 days to a lifetime memory, and that's what this is about.
They've had some good stints throughout the year where they've played really confidently on defense, but I felt like for the most
saw like Lindsay Wilby and Angel really kind of starting to get into those girls' heads a little bit. How do you hope to see them sort of replicate that as you guys host Texas?
We just have to keep working at it in practice. And we've really been getting after it in practice, and I think that's where their confidence starts. And Lindsay was another one, like Erin, she really responded. We were subbing Lindsay at the Iowa State game in and out, offense, defense. I didn't feel like defensively she was giving us what we needed, and she took that to heart. And there was no way you're going to sub out Bree or you're going to sub out Grayson, but you're not subbing me out anymore for defense. And once again, that's all you can add. Like, I love the response of this group. I really do. I just love how they're growing. It's fun. Like, watching them grow, it's fun.
And having watched a lot of footage, obviously already on Texas, what makes a player like Brooke McCarty so special for Texas?
She's smart. She's quick. She can shoot. She can get to the rim. She can defend. I mean, she's just a really, really good all-around player. But she's not the only one. I mean, my goodness, they're so deep. I mean, any team that brings Joyner Holmes off the bench. Shug Sutton is a kid that I'm very familiar with from St. Louis. We recruited her heavily when I was at Nebraska. She's a USA basketball kid, and she comes off the bench. And, so they're just really deep and athletic and fast. And Brooke is just like, she's just the head of that.
Does the Kansas film of Texas, they kind of closed the gap in the final minute before going down. Does that help you guys at all, seeing what Kansas was able to do against them in Austin?
Well, what it does is it just shows that anyone in this league is beatable on any given night. No, Kansas lost, but Kansas gave them everything they could. I think Kansas was up at halftime. Kansas played really, really hard against Texas. And that's our game plan. We want to play harder than Texas. We want to be first on the floor and first up. And if we can do those things, if we can play hard with the same energy, effort, and attitude that we had for 4 quarters against Kansas, then we give ourselves a chance to win. And that's all I'm asking for, is just a chance. That's it. But that's not our game plan going into Texas. That's our game plan going into every single day.
And then one more thing about the win. That moved you within a game of Kansas and Iowa State. How big would it be, for proceeding in the Big 12 tournament? Is that something you think about, catching those two teams?
I know we don't know each other well, but I know you know me better to know that I have no idea what the rankings are. I know nothing. All I know is that today we're just going to try to be the best versions of ourselves today, and then tomorrow we're going to do the same thing, and whatever happens at the end of the season is going to happen.